Greetings and salutations, Dave, or I guess technically I should call you Dead on Dave. This is Christopher Daniels.
Everyone, it's a Native American Donka. Want to give a big shout out to Dead on Dave.
Dave, this is Leon White, Big Van Vader.
Dead on Dave. What's up, man? It's the coach.
Hello, this is the hardcore legend Mick Foley, and I know when I want to keep up with the latest in wrestling news from around the world, I check in with Dead on Dave Productions. He covers a wide variety of wrestling topics, including the career of the hardcore legend. Don't miss it. Dead on Productions. Yeah.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the channel. It's your boy, Dead on Dave. And we are live after SmackDown for the very first time. Now, you guys know I usually do a SmackDown review, but I usually do it a little bit differently. But the amazing powers of timing and the internet allowed me to watch SmackDown, get some sleep, and be here because, as you guys know, I come live from Germany, and it's 4 o'clock in the morning. So let's get into some SmackDown, man. First, I'm going to let you guys know right now, I fucking love SmackDown. I loved it tonight. Loved it. Why? I can give you a couple of good reasons right off the top. Not a lot of filler. No damn Raw review. I think there was one Raw review through the entire show. I really, really liked that. It didn't feel like just 40 minutes of damn Raw review like every show. It just, everything mattered. And featuring the New Day, brilliant. I really did enjoy this show. I thought it was very well done. Thought it was smart. A lot of good wrestling action. They forwarded some storylines. I just don't think there was any really bad bullshit. So it was a lot of fun to watch. Whenever I laugh as hard as I did tonight, I'm going to forgive most things that I might have problems with. And that really was just how they started the show with me, man. They started the show, they got me going, and I was just happy the rest of the show. And so we're going to get into it. We're going to get into my copious amounts of notes. We're going to take your guys' call live on Skype. If you want to get your voice heard, you can call in David Vancura, DavidVancura, and get your voice heard, people. Get your voice heard and tell me what you think about SmackDown. And if this is popular and people do like going live, maybe I'll do it every week. I'm thinking I'm going to. Not a lot of people do live SmackDowns, take calls, so it'll be a lot of fun to be able to do that every week. But that all depends on you. You guys let me know what you guys think of this. Is it something that I should do every week? If not, I'll go to sleep. I'll take my ass. I'll stop the show right now. I'll stop the show right now. I'll go to sleep. I don't care. I'll go to sleep. I really appreciate all the support. We're almost at 1,300 subs. You guys are awesome. You guys can also continue to support the show in a multitude of ways. You can go ahead and hit me up in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of every video. That's always a good way. You can also just like the video. Likes are free. Sub to the channel. Continue us growing. You could also go to www.deadondave.spreadshirt.com. Check out your copious gear, copious cup, copious shirts, all kinds of cool stuff. And you can support me there. And you can also go into the description box of this video and hit the donate link and just support the channel. Tell the fat man, hey, fat fuck, love what you do. Here's the tip. And your message will pop up on the screen. I'll read it and all that kind of good things. And everything will be merry. And also, if you type a question in on the donate, you'll get it answered immediately. I promise you that. If you donate and answer a question, your question will go to the top of the friggin' line, and I'll answer it immediately. So I will be taking your calls, and that's going to be great. So just give me a few miniotos, and we will start taking some calls. But first, let's start the show. The New Day opened the show, man, and with this unbelievable Tables Matter segment. If you listen to everything they said, it's nothing short of brilliant. Like, I have not seen a faction. Yes, I'm using the faction word I have not seen them be this creative, this groundbreaking. I mean, they are. The things that they're doing is just, it's hysterical. It's funny. Genuinely laugh out loud funny. Not bullshit like, wrestling funny. No, this is like genuinely funny. And as good as that segment was, getting interrupted by the Dudleys, I thought that was really done well. The interruption. Then the primetime players, even when they got involved, I didn't think it was overly hokey or stupid. And usually that's where things go wrong. But I felt everybody really fed off each other well. They made the situation matter. And then going right into a match between the primetime players and the Dudleys was a great way to go. The segment didn't go too long. It led to something important. And we got a really good match out of it, too. Here's the thing about the match. We're going to go right into that match with the Dudleys and the primetime players. The match was really good. The Dudleys worked a fantastic match, and I buried them on last week's SmackDown because I thought they had a terrible, terrible match. And I thought maybe the reign of the Dudleys is over. It's done. They're finished. They can't keep doing this, man. They're not doing great matches. It sucks. So fuck it, But Raw, they were great, and tonight they were fantastic. I loved it. Primetime players matched up well with them. It was a lot of fun. But here's the thing. It's going to get overshadowed because the commentary by the New Day was unfriggin' believable. I don't think I have laughed that hard at a wrestling segment in years. In years. It was ridiculous. The whole taking over just shut up, Richie Rich, Double R. Take a break. You're getting paid. Rich trying to call spots. Assist the German suplex. It's not a German suplex. It's a back suplex. It was great, man. They owned it. They killed it. It was hysterical, and it was so well done. And just when you thought that it couldn't get any better, I lost my fucking mind when Kofi darted into the ring and slapped Bubba in the back of the head. Lost my shit. That was hysterical. Oh my God. The way he did it and the way they posed on the ramp after, it was awesome. And the New Day seem like they are viable contenders to the Dudleys. When was the last time that a new tag team was, and remember, the New Day is still relatively new. When was the last time you can remember a tag team that really seemed like a legitimate challenge to the Dudley Boys, man? It's just like, it really is a cool thing to see. You got to give credit to all three members of New Day. Yes, I am going to suck the penises of the New Day tonight because they were fantastic. Big E is great in everything that he does. It's hysterical because he doesn't take himself seriously, so he just grips it and rips it. Kofi has completely reinvented himself, and I thought he was the one guy of the group that was not getting it the way the rest of the guys were. He didn't seem to be buying into it. The last 3 months, that has not been the case. He's been fantastic. And then, of course, my man, Xavier Woods, who I've been touting for a while now. He's fantastic in just about every single way. By the way, his channel, Up, Down, Down, which is a WWE-sponsored video game channel. Believe it or not, it is WWE-sponsored. It's up for all kinds of awards, including Xavier Woods' Video Game Personality of the Year. I wish I knew the site that I could tell you because that would be helpful. But I am pretty much terrible and completely inept at everything that I do, so I don't have that information in front of me. But find out. It's really easy. Xavier Woods up for award. Hit the old Google machine and you'll get everything you need to know. Go vote for him. Or if you haven't seen Up, Down, Down, just go watch Up, Down, Down on YouTube. You're going to get hooked. You're going to be amazed by it because it's great. It's great. I friggin' loved it. So there's all kinds of good stuff that's going on there. So let's get back into things and back into the notes. If you guys want to call in and get your voice heard, you can go and do that on Skype. David Vancura, DavidVancura, and just let me know. You're right. Chris J is right. They did have some great matches with the Wolves in TNA, but the Wolves were established. They've been around. They're not the same as the New Day. The Wolves have been a tag team for a while, so that's not what I meant. But you're right. They did have have some good matches with the Wolves, but I think what they're doing right now, even older, is quite impressive, especially coming into a situation in WWE where, come on, just a month ago, how relevant was the tag teams? The tag team division is rejuvenated. And and it's not just because of the guys that we have down there now. It's also because of the guys that we know that are coming up, these tag teams that are building down NXT. It is getting exciting if you are a tag team fan in the least, man. And I am. I love tag team wrestling. I do enjoy it. So this is exciting, man. The more divisions that they can make important, which I think they did with really 3 divisions tonight, just really did make it important. One division, if you want to call it a division, we'll get into that in a second. But that's really cool. So let's get back into it and start going through the notes even more. So after that, we got Stardust and Neville. Now, this was a no contest, and it was the one throwaway of the night. But throwaway is a harsh word because it really wasn't a throwaway. They injected new life into this Neville and Stardust situation by adding the Ascension. I think most people are going to agree with me when the Ascension attacks Neville here. You're like, what? What? And I don't know if you're also like me. That after I was like, what? I was like, oh, woo. And then they start destroying him. They hit the Fallen Man, a beautiful looking Fallen Man that Neville sells great. I'm still not a huge fan of this whole overly cartoony supervillain thing, which now they've even pushed it even farther with Stardust actually getting henchmen. But look, I'm all a fan of the Ascension doing something, anything. Get them viable. Make them viable. Make them important in some capacity. Because when you get people involved in a situation where there is at least one really over guy, and Neville is certainly that, everybody else can benefit. And Stardust and Neville are capable of having great matches, but the rivalry needs to kind of step it up a little bit. I think that's starting to happen. I don't think it was a bad segment at all. They actually destroyed Neville, and it should lead to some good stuff. Now, whether or not Neville's going to get his own Justice League where he gets people to stand with him, I am hearing they are not done with Stephen Amell. And based off, and I've even heard he's still training. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but that's pretty damn cool. So that segment wasn't even a throwaway for me. I thought it was actually fairly well done. Then we got what a lot of people that I've read, not a lot, but a couple people, including someone in this very chat, did not like very much. And this was the Sheamus and Cesaro thing. And of course, anytime that somebody that people like loses or looks bad in any way, people are going to automatically hate it. And that's completely fine. Sheamus interrupts JoJo's interview with Cesaro. And look, first impression, these two together really makes a lot of sense. I like their look together. I think Sheamus did a good job in the interview portion trying to pull more personality out of Cesaro. He still has that black hole of personality. He's just still not elevating himself in that and being captivating with what he has to say. But when he performs, it doesn't really matter. Sheamus and Cesaro have a match directly after the segment. Really good, really physical fight. Look, Cesaro brings out the best in anyone because there was 3 times during that match I was like, man, this has got to be the most I have enjoyed Sheamus in quite a long time. And whenever you do that, whenever you're able to take somebody that you're stale of, that you're completely bored with, like Sheamus is for me, and I know a lot of other people, you're doing something special. You're doing something right. And Cesaro is doing that in a match without a lot of build. Hell, without really any build. Now, I believe this is going to be a feud, at least if they're smart, it will be, because it worked. It worked. The Flash ending, I didn't mind. Sheamus gets a lot of victories like that. Cesaro will continue to... And here's the cool thing. People can talk about Cesaro being buried, but Cesaro was also hurt in this match, and he lost under shenanigan-like story there with the ref getting involved and trying to separate the two before him getting his face kicked off by Sheamus. That didn't bug me. I did not let it bug me because I thought the match was really good, and I see a build here for being even more. As long as Sheamus is going away from Randy Orton, who I've heard may be taking some time off and working a little bit less of a schedule, which is a good thing, to be completely honest, because Randy is so over that it doesn't really matter what he does anymore. He just comes in, he's a big name, he hits some RKOs. He doesn't really need to have a storyline, so I kind of like that. So they can kind of phase him to wherever they want. Sheamus needs a really good opponent that they can kind of elevate each other. Cesaro's that guy. So I think Cesaro is a great fit here. I liked the match quite a bit. I thought it was really, really well done for a SmackDown match especially. I mean, that's what it came down to. I did enjoy that match. So Sheamus gets the victory. Let's go ahead and take a call before we go further into the copious amounts of notes. Pittsburgh Boy 96, Pittsburgh, long time caller, Pittsburgh Boy 96. You are live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
How you doing, man?
I am living large in Germany, man. It's 4:15 in the morning. I couldn't think of a better thing to do to hang out with my favorite people in all of YouTube, man.
I tell you, I haven't been watching SmackDown for the past couple weeks, and now I'm actually glad I watched it tonight. It was a very good show.
You know what? I'm glad that seems to be the resounding opinion, because I was surprised, because I do watch SmackDown every week because I do the reviews, and usually last week was fucking atrocious. It was horrible, man. I think SmackDown was much better than Raw this week. I had more fun with SmackDown than I had with anything aside from NXT. NXT I loved. SmackDown I loved just as much, if not even a little bit more. I really did enjoy the show. They filled it up nicely. If they could do this every week, leading the SmackDown, going back to USA and being live, they're going to have something. They're going to have something. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
So what'd you think, man?
So,
What'd you like? What's your rating?
I give it about a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm a little bit closer to an 8, to be honest. I'm like 7.75.
The thing I hated was like this whole Lana and Summer Rae drama shit that's going on. I can't stand it.
I'm with you. But I felt that the segment outside of the Miz dragging it, where he was playing like a pseudo Jerry Springer-ish type thing, which I would not be surprised if Jerry Springer does get involved at some point. But I think aside from that, I like the ending of it so much, where Lana explodes on Summer like that.
Yeah.
And Lana pushing Dolph. For some reason, I really like that. I liked her pushing him. For one, when she's angry, oh my God. just do whatever you want to.
That
Lana.
ass now.
Oh my God, that ass. Yeah, I'm loving everything she's doing. I like that she's a strong woman, finally. You know, she's been this crying little girl, and now she's pushing people and punching people in the face, and I'm liking that. But you're right, though. Overall, this story is stale and old, and where the hell is Rusev? Where is Rusev right now? Jesus Christ. Why is he not involved in this? This is so awkward and weird because of all the personal stuff in it. I've heard now that Lana and Rusev might not even be together in real life anymore. I mean, it's just weird.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, like, they're not posting stuff together. It's bizarre. I don't know what's going on with those two in real life. So it's kind of weird, man. It does really feel like a Mark Barrow Sable situation in a lot of ways. But I think as long it seems like tonight they kind of corrected some of the mistakes they had on Raw. Summer did go over the top, but Lana didn't. Lana just went physical, and I thought that was a really good thing. But you're right, though. Overall, the segment was kind of blah, but I don't think it tanked the show either.
And with Cesaro losing these matches as of late, do you think they're making him look like a little weaker than what he's been? As strong he's been. Do you think
usually I would say yes, but if you remember, Cesaro got over again for like the umpteenth time with the fans in losing efforts. He was losing matches, but performing unbelievably well in those matches. So no, I don't think that necessarily losing is enough to bury the guy and where he doesn't matter. You know, I believe that as long as he's building into a storyline and there's an actual feud, he should go over Sheamus in a long-term feud. And those two together work good matches. I thought the match tonight was really, really good. So, no, I don't think he has to win unless they're going to push him to that next level. I also like the fact that Sheamus was talking about that very thing that you just brought up in the segment before the match. He was talking about Cesaro trying to get to that next level, but he fails over and over, and even using Cesaro's own little over and over shtick, which I hate. But I just think that there's something there, and they can definitely build off. You can't do Sheamus and Kevin Owens forever. Obviously, those two were going to go their separate ways at some point, and he wasn't going to go over Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens needed a definitive victory, and 2 solid wins in a row is very important. So Cesaro, no, I don't think that we're seeing the end of the Cesaro push.
And then also with this whole thing now with Charlotte and Nikki, how Charlotte says she has a petition with the authority trying to get the match before she could break the record.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll have it happen?
I gotta be honest, man. Part of me is thinking that they might. I think that the reaction has been so negative in the last couple of weeks to the Divas Revolution that they made such a huge right turn change on last week's Raw by doing this beat the clock challenge, and then tonight again SmackDown, where it is always tag team heavy, to once again go singles match to highlight Charlotte. I think that tells me that they have listened a little bit and potentially are going to make some changes. Charlotte beating Nikki before the end of that run is such a bigger story than her just taking the title off of her at Night of Champions. Think about it. If the Raw before Night of Champions, she pins the champion and becomes the first time for her Divas champion, then they have their rematch at Night of Champions. Charlotte gets rid of Nikki Bella. Maybe they take a break, and then we open up a new era in women's wrestling in WWE. That's a much bigger story.
To tell you the truth, I hope it happens. Being the AJ Lee fan I hope it happens.
I don't give a shit about the AJ situation with this. It matters about this much. I don't think it matters to AJ because it's a modern day record. It's going to get broken eventually. I just don't think it matters. Who the hell cares? And I don't think WWE cares about it as much as people think they might have. Maybe they do. Maybe I'm completely wrong of that. But here's the reality, too. If they cared that much, they could have had Brock Lesnar, who was getting rather close to beating, at least he was in the ballpark. He had the title, 6-7 months. He could have taken the record away from CM Punk, but they didn't. They decided to go away from it. Seth Rollins is getting close. We'll see if he continues to hold the belt. So it's just, I don't think that it matters as much as some people make it out to, but I do think it matters a little bit to certain people within the WWE. But to me, it doesn't matter. I don't give a shit if she breaks it or if she doesn't. I think that there's just better potential for a story if they take the belt off of her before, because the Bellatron is ridiculous.
I can't stand that thing.
Can't stand it. I am so done with the Bellas, it's not even funny. And I think most people are feeling the same way. We're just done with the Bellas. It just,
the reason why I like them is because, Nikki, she's
fart on my face hot. She is fart on my face hot. For those kids out there who don't understand what that means, she's so hot, I would literally let her bare-assed fart on my face. Literally. I'm not using literally like most people use literally. I'm literally saying fart like in my mouth. I'm disgusting. Yes, I know that. I'm never going to get her on the fucking show. I'm never going to grow my show enough, man, because I say ridiculous things. Other shows, like even with me and Cronin, we all say stupid stuff in other ways, but I always say the weirdest sexual things. Like,
yeah, but Cronin's got Maria on there before.
Yeah, very true. He's had a lot of good wrestling things on there. But like as far as getting more and more, we say stupid shit in there that might preclude us from ever like really getting some people, and that's subjective. Some people might think we do, some people might think we don't. That's not the point. I have my own issues here, and that being just the ridiculous sexual things that I say. I've said on multiple occasions that I'd let Roman Reigns hollow me out like a canoe. Who the fuck says things like that? Who says things like that? What's wrong with me? I'm a deviant. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. Anyway,
they had a good match tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to get to that in a minute too, man. That was really good. I enjoyed that. What else did you think of SmackDown? What's your the final thoughts before I throw you over the top rope?
That ending with Braun Strowman, how he takes off that mask and the way he said "run," was, I mean, that really, like, actually disturbed me a little bit.
Yeah, it really was actually. I'm liking this addition to Braun Strowman, and I didn't think I was going to. I thought it was going to fade, but I'm really liking him. He is a legitimately terrifying guy. He's big, and scary.
He's got big things ahead of him, man.
He does. If he can learn anything in the ring, he'll be over. But see, people have such a such a aversion to big guys nowadays. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate the call, Pittsburgh.
All right. Thank you, man.
Take it easy, man. Pittsburgh Boy 96, everybody. Join me live right here on Dead on Dave. And those of you in the chat right now, go ahead and hit me up. Let me know what you're thinking of the show. Let me know what you think of SmackDown. I want to see what you guys have to say in the chat. And if you're just sitting there doing that and twiddling your thumbs, now's a good time to hit that like button because likes are free. You can also go ahead and go buy some Copious gear, man. You can check it out over at www.deadondave.spreadshirt.com and check out all the Copious gear. You could also donate directly to the channel in the description box of this video. Hit that donate button and just give a little bit of love to the show, to the channel, help it grow. Say, we love what you do, Fat Man, here's a tip. And if you write a little message in there, it will get read on air. And as well as if it's a question, it goes to the top of the line. If you pay for a question, you're definitely getting it read immediately. So there you go. You can do that as well. All right, let's go ahead and get back to my copious amounts of notes. We were at the Ziggler Summer Rae thing, and I have to agree with Pittsburgh Boy and a lot of people that where it was kind of hokey and a little over the top. It wasn't as over the top as at least Lana's reaction with the crying like a high school girl. Now she got to the rage, and I like her putting hands on people. I enjoy it, man. Just poof, poof, poof. It was good. So that segment was it was hit and miss for me because the hit was her finally being a strong woman, which is what she needs to. She needs to elevate her character a little bit, and hopefully we're going to see more of that. But The Miz being involved doesn't help. Summer Rae. Did anyone else think they were going to a rape thing? Did anyone else think that they were going to a rape? It seemed like they were going to a rape thing. The black eye, when she's like, it started out as passion. Did anybody else think that if this was the Attitude Era, she was saying Dolph raped her? I was sitting there like, I remember I was sitting there watching it going, oh, fuck. She's about to, what are they doing? This is insane. She's about to say Dolph raped her. But then no. It turned to guilt. Summer Rae is horrible acting, by the way. Horrible. But anyway, it is what it is. So a hit and miss segment for me. Then we got Bo Dallas and R-Truth. Most people are going to skip to the match. I'm wondering how many people have watched it. Go back and watch it. It was actually pretty damn decent. It was entertaining. R-Truth, even at his age, he's so athletic and he's able to bring out a lot of good stuff in other people. Bo Dallas is woefully out of shape, but this aggressive Bo Dallas that we saw tonight, it works for him, even with his rumbly-bumbly gut. And for a little guy, the rumbly-bumbly gut is very noticeable. However, it didn't really stop me tonight, man. I did enjoy what Bo was doing, putting the boots to him, really aggressive. And then he hit a new finisher tonight where he hangs you off the top rope, much like Randy does off the middle rope with a DDT, but instead he hits like a Crossroads variation, and it's awesome. It was really cool. It was really, really crisp. It's amazing they have not given up on Bo Dallas, but hey, sometimes you just need to get thrown around by Brock Lesnar. Shake some screws loose. I don't know what the hell happened, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a bit, which was surprising. Who would have thought that I would have enjoyed Bo Dallas and R-Truth? Now, I don't know if this is just a byproduct of how much I enjoyed New Day throughout the show. Even when they were like getting talked to by Renee Young and stuff, just the damn the trombone, I mean, oh my God, it was great. It's just, how can you not like what they're doing? But that's okay because it's very similar to what DX did for down shows. Anytime there was a down show, DX would be doing something, and this is any variation of DX, by the way. DX running wild throughout the show, doing things is what kind of kept you going, kept you interested in all the other matches because you never knew what DX was going to do next. New Day is approaching those levels of you have to know and see what they're going to do and say. That's a huge thing to have. It's something that we just don't have out of factions very often. So, as I say in the description of this video and in the title, the New Day is WWE's top faction at this moment. In my opinion, there's nobody that touches them there. The Wyatts are not as captivating as them. The Authority's basically non-existent. None of the Divas do what the New Day does. The New Day is WWE's top faction, and they're a top faction, probably a top 5 in all of wrestling right now. I mean that sincerely. I absolutely love what they're doing, and I hope that they add to the group at some point. All right, moving on with my copious amounts of notes. Charlotte defeats Tamina, which a little bit weird with everything that's going on with the Tamina situation. I feel bad for Tamina with everything that's going on with her dad, who not only now, he's accused of third-degree murder from 30 years ago, the manslaughter, all that stuff. But now it's also come out that he is suffering dementia, and he's probably not even going to be able to stand trial anyway. This is so much that Tamina's got to put up with, and she's got to deal with as being the daughter of Jimmy, that I may have given her a little bit of a break tonight, because for whatever reason, I really enjoyed the match with her and Charlotte, and that surprised the shit out of me. There's only one time that I've seen Charlotte look bad in a singles match, and that was against Dana Brooke. I was expecting tonight be number 2 because Tamina is terrible, but tonight she didn't look bad at all in there, man. She did what she had to do. She played to the other performer and did not get in the way. Sometimes the best thing you can do, Eva Marie, I hope you're listening, is not fuck things up. That's all you got to do is stand there, get in there, move around, and don't fuck things up. Don't be in the wrong position. Don't botch a move that you shouldn't be botching. Make sure you kick out at 2 when you're supposed to, Eva. But there's all kinds of things that, simple, small things that you can do, and they all come down to not fucking things up. That's it. Sean Cusack in the chat. I like what you're talking about. Donate to Dave so he can get a PS4. Fucking A right, people. You get me a PS4, I'll use it for show purposes. Hell's friggin' yeah, man. I'll stream shit. I'll play with you guys every goddamn day, and I'll stream that shit. Think I won't? I will. Tell me I will. I like Sean Cusack. Don't hate the Dave so you can get a PS4. Somebody speaking logic and greatness in the chat. Smart man. Damn right. I'm playing Steam, dude, so it is what it is. So where was I? I don't know. So Charlotte getting the victory. There is another thing to talk about in this situation. Charlotte getting the victory with natural selection. It seems like all the top ladies right now all have submission holds. So it seems like not only are they pushing Charlotte, but they want to differentiate her from everybody else by really putting an emphasis on natural selection. She's won her last 2 matches using that move, which is a really cool move, by the way. I liked it down in NXT. I like it even more now. She always has the figure 8 to fall back on. Oh, wait. Oh, I don't know if the mic picked that up. But that was a seat rumbling fart. That rumbled the seat. It actually lifted me. I got lift a little bit. That was wonderful. You can use that. You bottle that and you put it in NASA. We're going to the fucking moon, people. I'm telling you, that's some serious potent shit right there. I don't know if the mic picked it up, but I hope it did. Copious amounts of epic fart. I love my bodily functions on air. I am proud. I'm not ashamed. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. I like that Charlotte is going to be the lady. Now, a lot of people are pissed off the fact that Sasha's not more involved, and you have every right to be. Not everybody needs to be. Look, only one person is going to take the belt off Charlotte. We don't need to see Sasha and Charlotte quite yet. Let things build. Let's get the belt off of Nikki, and then we can start worrying about the other matches. I just think that Sasha should be having side matches as well, and she's not, and that is unfortunate. But I do think that's going to change. Sasha's too good, too over, and too damn sexy for her to not be getting more time. We'll see what happens. And probably the most missed segment of the night. I wonder how many people, I'm not seeing anybody talk about it, so it's pretty, wait. What about me, Dave? What about you? What did you do? What about you, Pittsburgh? I don't understand. What about, you're awesome. I don't know what to tell you. Joe Parr says, yo, Dave, this is a new show. I love it. Well, yeah, it is kind of a new show. I mean, I've done SmackDown reviews for a long time. This is just the first time that I've gone live directly after a SmackDown because I found a way to watch SmackDown a little bit earlier, then go to sleep, and then wake up right before I do this thing. Oh, Jay Davis and everybody did hear the big, juicy furt that I took out there. Pittsburgh Boy says, sounded kind of wet there. You'd be surprised it actually was quite dry. Not a spray fart. Not a spray fart. If you guys want to know the specifics. Oh, we got a donation. Perry Joe. Hey, fat man, I like the show. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Joe Parr. Yeah. I'll tell you something, Joe Parr. I appreciate it, man. You dig it. I dig what you're seeing there, Joe Parr. Yeah. So thank you very much for the donation there. Much appreciated. And let's see here. Let me bring that up so I can make sure I read that right because it was partially blocked. Oh, a $5 donation by Perry Joe Parr. Thank you very much. Hey, Fat Man, I like the show. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much for your very generous donation. I'm going to dance for you. There we go. Okay. Thank you very much for that. Much appreciated. Let's get back into the copious amounts of notes because in the segment that was probably most missed tonight, that I'm sure some people picked up on it, but a lot of people probably were taking a piss or not even paying attention. Kevin Owens does a great interview with Renee Young where he does finally tease his next target. And my dream has come true because I've been talking about it for 2 weeks. Where did I think he was going? Where did I think he needed to go? Where was Kevin Owens' talents the most needed? He's going after the Intercontinental title, people. He teased the Ryback, the Feed Me More. Yes, 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 yes. Jesus. WWE seemed to get everything right. They're fixing stuff. They're making the changes that we're talking about. This is what needs to happen. Kevin Owens needs to be going after the Intercontinental title. The Intercontinental title means shit. It's nothing. And it looks like Ryback and Big Show might be done. Thank God, I hope that's the case. And if we get Kevin Owens and Ryback at Night of Champions, yes. Yeah, and yes, I will take the sacrifice of Cesaro if that means Kevin Owens getting into that situation with Ryback and making the Intercontinental Championship look good. Look, even if he loses to Ryback, and this is a long-term situation, it's good for the Intercontinental title regardless. Because Kevin Owens is so good. He can't, look, if Ryback can't work with Kevin Owens, he can't work with anybody. Might as well hang it up, retire, go away, because you're done. You're done. You're effing done. Effing done. Plain and simple. Let's go ahead and check out the chat and see what's going on there before I keep on moving here. Elijah Adkins says, did you hear about the rumors of Eva and another girl teaming up? I forgot her name. I think I did read some rumors about it, but I don't even know who it was either, so I don't know. Pittsburgh Boy says, random question, Dave. When is the next magic trick with your daughter or trick in general? LOL. For those of you who don't know, a while back I did a little prank on my daughter, which I like to do from time to time. I'm trying to think of a good one. And bring enough time so my daughter doesn't see it coming. She's fairly gullible, so I can do basically whatever. So I can get her basically with anything that I want to do, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Let's get to the main event, because after everything else, the main event was I was a little bit nervous about because I wasn't sure how Roman and Dean was going to be able to gel with the New Day. My worries were super for nothing, because that was a great main event. Because first, it felt like a main event. It didn't feel like a main event just because of Roman and Dean. The New Day felt like main eventers. Did they not feel like main eventers? They felt like main eventers, man. This match was good. Everybody getting involved. I can listen. I don't care. Some people are annoyed by Xavier Woods' constant, incessant yammering on the outside. I love it. It makes the matches for me. It really does. Kofi and Big E do the work in the ring fantastically. Roman and Dean held their friggin' own. They did very well. Roman does what Roman does. We're not going to get anything more. Roman does what Roman does. He gets pounded on. He makes comebacks. He throws punches. He looks really good while doing it. He's fairly athletic. He's very athletic at times. And he does his job, man. Dean Ambrose is an absolute insane ball of nut job, and I love what he's doing as well. I loved what they did. The disqualification didn't matter to me. It works for the New Day's character. Xavier was jumping in there and saving the match, getting the DQ. I didn't mind it at all, man. I enjoyed it. I liked that Roman and Dean were not done yet either. I liked the fact they were saying, no, we're not done. No, we're not done. I loved all that. And then the Wyatts finishing it off, making that situation. I'm not tired of it. Because of the addition of Braun Strowman, I think because of the really good match that we saw at the New Day, having this situation with the Wyatts continue on isn't driving me insane, which I got to be honest, I thought it would by now. I thought I would be like, oh my God, because in every other situation with any mix of these people over the past year and a half, we've gotten tired of it. We've just wanted to go away. That's not the case. I think it's starting to back build a little bit, and it's getting more interesting, mainly because of the insertion of Braun Strowman, who is terrifying. Terrifying because he's just so big. I like Braun Strowman. I like bigger guys in wrestling. I think they have a place. So, yeah. Like I said at the top of the show, man, I really enjoyed it top to bottom. I thought the show was really solid. I don't think there was any really bad fillers. I thought it was better than Raw this week, and I like the fact that there was hardly any Raw recap. It really felt like its own show, which had not been the case in a long time. And the most important thing is I had a lot of fun watching it. I give it an 8 out of 10, man. I really thought it was good. I had a lot of fun. Let's go into chat here before we get ready to wrap this thing up. Like to hear from more people, but nobody's really calling in, so that's okay. Josh Lyon says, Dave, how about Tebow tonight? Haha, I'm gonna take him in my fantasy draft. Go ahead, draft him. Go ahead. I didn't watch yet. I didn't watch football yet. It's preseason. Who gives a shit? It's preseason. Josh Lyons, I should ban your ass or put you on a timeout for talking football in a SmackDown review. What's the matter with you? Drop an elbow on your ass. Pittsburgh boy, his love of Roman continues. Roman should be the champ by SummerSlam next year. Potentially. We'll see. Sean Cusack is trying to get the European and TV Championships belts reinstituted in WWE. I'm all for the TV belt. I'm an advocate of the TV title. I've always loved it. I think it's a great belt to have. I like that it's defended on every televised show. I think that's really good, or at least once a week, whatever they decide to do. So I'm cool with that, but not the European title. Trendy Troy, SmackDown was a 10 out of 10. I didn't watch it. I guess that's why the high rating is for. LOL. Ha 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 ha, you're a douche. I'm just kidding. Jay Davis, yeah, Woods is really good on the mic. I agree. Jock Davis, the official musician of Dead on Dave Productions, my boy, my man, real talking. My man. Oh, I love some real talking. Get you on the show more often, brother. Pittsburgh boy, up, down, down. That's right, Pittsburgh boy, up, down, down. If you're not watching up, down, down, make sure you go do it. Put in the comment section, just because why not? Go in the comment section and say, Dead on Dave told me to go watch you. Dead on Dave Productions said, go watch Xavier Woods. He's incredible. Tell him how much I put him over. Tell how much I put him over, because I do. I don't think they need to add another title. They just need to do more with the IC and US belts. That's Chris J. He's 100% right, something I've said many times. But if they start doing something with them and they want to add another belt, if they do go to more of a brand split when SmackDown becomes a live show again, when they go back to live when they go to USA, I think that it'd be helpful. And they have all those other shows. You know, they got Main Event, they got Superstars, they got all those things. So there are places that they can hold it. Also, the TV title could be defended on NXT. That could be quite interesting as well. Josh Lyons, haha, I did get off work for the draft on Saturday. Thank you for bringing it up, Josh Lyons. That's right. Dead on Dave Productions Fantasy Football Draft will be Saturday. I'm very excited about it. It's taking the place of our regular Dead on Dave Live. I'll still answer your wrestling questions during the draft. because I'm pretty sure I can draft and still kill these motherfuckers with just taking your guys' calls. So we'll talk about whatever, and that's completely fine. But it is going to be fantasy football draft focused. I'm going to be having the draft up there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Very excited about that. Jay Davis, Dave, I think the WWE is listening to you. Maybe they are. It seems like a lot of the changes that not only I, but so many other people are talking about have really happened in the last week. Sometimes they just go on these little tangents where everything is good. Pittsburgh Boy 96, fuck Tom Brady. Fair enough, comes from Pittsburgh. But why is Pittsburgh, more than anybody else, so salty? They're not even in that same division. I know there's a rivalry there, but damn. Jonathan Caldwell, next week is for real NFL. That's right, for realsies. The NFL starts next week. Very excited about that. Should be interesting, even though I'm a Bears fan, and it's going to be a terrible year. Chuck J says, fuck the Raw recap. 0 out of 10 for those segments. I couldn't agree with you more. Wrestle Center, Dave, do this again, Dave. I think I will be doing this again. I was kind of hoping for more people showing up. I thought that there'd be more of a hunger for live SmackDown reviews. That's cool, though, man. We've been around 20 the entire time. I'm cool with that. You guys are awesome. Keep the calls coming, though. If you guys want to see more, keep the calls coming. That helps. Because I do get up very early in the morning to do this, but I do think this will become a weekly thing, and I'm pretty excited about it. Elijah Elkins, New Day are great all the time. Couldn't agree with you more. Pittsburgh Boy, yeah, I enjoy the SmackDown reviews. Thank you. I just don't understand how the judge favored Tom Brady. Real quick on this, really quick on the Tom Brady things. I don't want to get it too far into it. This was not about guilt or innocence of whether Tom Brady cheated. That had nothing to do with the judge ruled on. What the judge ruled on, the only thing that he ruled on is whether or not Roger Goodell overstepped the boundaries set upon him by the CBA, the collective bargaining agreement. Did he go farther? Did he use his powers in excess of what the CBA said he could in this situation? And the reality is he did. So the judge ruled on that. Also, the judge is notoriously known for being anti-NFL and pro players. So it's not a surprise that happened when you look at it. Look, the NFL got greedy. Tom was going to sit a game. And honestly, considering that in the rules, what he did was only a $25,000 fine, the NFL should have took it. And they didn't. I thought he should have been suspended. I thought he was going to be suspended, but hey, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Not a big deal. It's fine. Who cares? Tom Brady's back on the field. Who gives a shit? Play football. Fucking cares. Elijah Elkins, have you heard about Kane? I've heard rumors about Kane. I've heard all kinds of rumors about Kane, but I'm not exactly sure which rumor you're talking about, Elijah, but hey, I appreciate the comment. Dark Angel, why the hell are you up? Because I do what I want. Yeah, like I said a couple of times, I was able to watch SmackDown earlier. I watched the Australian feed, which I got like 36 hours ago. So I watched it, took my notes, went to sleep, woke up about 20 minutes before this show and did my thing. So that's why I'm up, and I think I will do it every week. Trendy Troy, oh man, I think it was because I was fucking with Trendy Troy earlier. Sean Cusack, fuck Packers, great show, Dave. I like both of those things you said. I like both of those things that you just said. Both things you said are fantastic. I like great show, Dave, and I can always get behind fuck the Packers. Trendy Troy, Saints fans hate Patriots too. I think everybody hates the Patriots. Chris J, dead on dedicated. You're damn right I am. Jay Davis, yeah, F the Packers. Damn right, F the Packers. Pittsburgh Boy, the judge probably has Brady on his fantasy team as well as getting signed memorabilia from the Pats. Josh Lyons, Brady did nothing wrong. Really? All right, but that's all the football talk we're going to take. So, look, unless we don't have any more calls, donations, questions, whatever, I think we're going to wrap this thing up here in a few minutes. I do appreciate all the support in the chat. Thank you guys for doing your thing. Oh, yeah, the rumor that he might return Monday. Yeah, I did see that, Elijah. They're saying that he will be there, but they don't know if he's going to show up on television. He may not, and we have no idea in what capacity. Personally, I haven't missed him, so it doesn't matter to me. We don't need to see the return of Kane. Just let him stay away. Go run for Congress. Go run for mayor, whatever the hell you want to do. Because for those of you who don't know, The real life Kane is a politician. He's actually getting pretty good. Josh Lyon's greatest of all time. I assume he's talking about Brady. He's really not wrong there. Wrestle Center. There you go. There's a question. There's a wrestling question. Wrestle Center. Good job. Will Owens win the Intercontinental title? Yes. Yes, I think he will. Will he win it in his first shot at Ryback? Not necessarily. Not necessarily, but as long as it's a feud and it helps elevate the Intercontinental title and elevate Ryback, I'm okay with him losing the first time to Ryback. Maybe it'll be under shenanigans-like situations, but I think it'll be pretty damn good. Josh Lyons, do you think Paige is mad she was getting title runs and out of nowhere now she's all Beck, Sasha, and Charlotte? I don't know. Part of me wants to think that all the divas have a little bit of, jealousy and all of that to them, because I think all wrestlers do. But I really do think that she wanted something better out of the division, and she enjoyed her time down in NXT so much. And I think seeing what the women have done since she left and came up, I think all of these things have kind of put her in proper perspective. So, I don't know. Jay Davis, so where does Ambrose go from here, Dave? Will he get another push? That's the thing about Dean Ambrose, man. He can always get another push. Right now, there's no reason to take him out of the situation with the Wyatts. I mean, people are still digging it. People still into it. And with this Braun Strowman thing, I don't think that this is going away anytime soon. I think we're going to continue to get more of these guys, at least until Survivor Series. You have to figure those guys are perfect. The situation is perfectly growing into a really good classic Survivor Series match. So, pretty cool. Chris J, I don't know. I kind of want to see Owens' first main event, first main show title soon, the world title for some reason. Kevin Owens doesn't need to go straight to the world championship. First, I don't know if everyone's going to buy it. That's one thing. He really couldn't get over the John Cena hump, so it's kind of not the right time to make him the straight-out champion. Second, I think a slower build, not a really big slow build, but at least let him hold the title, the Intercontinental title, for a little while before he really starts going after the bigger belts, to kind of help build him and still getting a growing audience with the main crowd, because we do know he has his following, but I think it'll get bigger as time goes on. Shogun Dragon, love that name. Who will beat the Dudleys? I think the New Day is going to beat the Dudleys. I'm not sure that the Dudleys are necessarily here to just win titles. I think they're here to have this big run, and it's a lot of fun. So it'll be interesting. Should Braun and Harper be tag champions someday, Dave? That's Pittsburgh Born 96. Yeah, I think they should, and they probably will. They don't necessarily have to as of right now, because of the fact that there's all this stuff going on with Ambrose and Roman. So they can go that route, but not necessarily have to. They would be a good inclusion into the tag team division. I'm also hearing that Primo and Epco are going to be repackaged again, so the Los Matadores might be done and getting them repackaged. They're going to get another gimmick simply for the fact that they're good wrestlers. So that makes sense. And we're going to continue to see more tag teams created and brought up. So the tag team division is looking very good. So I don't think that the Dudleys necessarily have to win these titles against New Day. It's more about elevating, and that's what's happening. Elijah Elkins, what do you think will happen after Cena loses against Seth? Well, if he does. I believe Cena's actually going to beat Seth for the United States title. And then we're going to go back to seeing more United States Open Championship stuff, which will be cool. So we'll see if that happens. I do believe he will beat Seth for the United States title, though. And then maybe put their feud on the back burner for a little while as Triple H and Seth feud, because I do believe it's coming. It's the whole reason why Sting is here and why he sucked off Triple H on Monday Night Raw. Sean Cusack, Dead on Dave and Cronin will beat the Dudleys. Yes, it will be a swerve. That's right, it'll be a swerve. Okay. Dudley's tag champ, Cena US champ, Owens IC champ, and Rollins world champ. Looks pretty good to me. Wrestle Center, I like that too, Wrestle Center. I think it's pretty damn good. When is the other Oos supposed to return? I think by the end of the year. He's got one of those epidemic shoulder injuries that everyone seems to have. So that would be pretty damn interesting. when he comes back, because the Usos, now that they haven't been on TV for a while, I kind of miss them. And you know what, Jimmy's done a fairly good job on SmackDown. So I don't know. Pittsburgh boy, who's better, Sasha, Becky, Paige, or Charlotte? Well, pick your poison, man. I mean, that's what it comes down to. I'm personally a Charlotte guy. I love her father. I love her. I think she's physically dominant. But I also love Sasha quite a bit too. I like Becky. I like all four of these women. But if you're gonna put a gun to my head, I'm gonna go Charlotte. So there you go. Yeah, well, you know what? I think we're about done here. I think that we've hit about everything that we could. SmackDown was great. I really enjoyed it. I wonder what you guys think. Let me know in the chat. Keep the party going, not only here, but hit me up on Twitter at @ThatOnDaveV. Let me know what you guys think, what's going on. And we'll answer more of your questions. I'm trying to get more savvy on Twitter, so, you know, it's pretty damn cool. So I really do appreciate all the support. You guys are awesome. And keep on watching, man. Share it out. Share it out, dude. Let the whole world know that Dead on Dave is taking over the fucking planet. And I will be doing this live every Thursday. Now I'm going to go back to sleep. So, yeah. Sean Cusack, awesome. Again, live show. Did it again. NXT. You'll have more viewers calling in. Need to have a set live schedule if you can. Well, I do. I mean, I've only in Saturdays Dead on Dave live, and then Mondays and pay-per-views. I mean, it is a set, but I can't do every single night live because I live in Germany. So I do what I can. But now, set your watches to it, because now Dead on Dave will be every single friggin' Thursday night after SmackDown. You'll get Dead on Dave live right here as well. So there you go. For a third or fourth time a week, you'll get your Dead on Dave live fix. Can't beat that. Pittsburgh boy says 7 out of 10. I agree. I'm closer to an 8. I got a special hate for the Bears in my heart from 2006. Trendy Troy. No! There you go. And if I get the guts to call in, sometimes it will be legend. Haha, peace out, Girl Scout. That's from Sean Cusack. Yeah, don't be a bitch. Call in. Don't be bitches. Yeah, Pittsburgh boy was the only caller. Everyone's gonna let Pittsburgh have all the friggin' glory? What the hell? I don't know. Dr. Bostonian did call in, but he hung up before I could answer. Rest Center, the more you do this, the more people will know about it and watch. I agree. I know that. I know that's how it usually works. But I was hoping that there were people getting, like they do after Raw, kind of search out the Raw reviews, and that's why you get more people on there. D the T Shoof. I love you, Dave. I love you too. I love all you guys. Thank you guys. I really did have fun tonight. It was a good time. You guys were engaging in the chat. Make sure you keep the love going. Watch everything that's going on the channel. Check out my unboxing this week with the Jimmy Snuka video. Make sure you're checking everything out over at Joe Cronin's show. And, of course, my man over at friggin' Shot from the Point, the most badass hockey podcast in all of YouTubedom. Go check that out as well. And other than that, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and share. And we will see you next time. As always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. We'll see you next time. Keep it copious. Peace.